Hello everyone, my name is Andreea Bercu, and today I'll be reviewing my high school's play, Chicago Teen Edition. Here's a picture of the two tickets since I went to see the show twice. Let's start by talking about the stage. The stage was a proscenium stage because it had a proscenium arch. The audience was facing the stage, the action fit within one frame, and it also had wings. No, not those kinds of wings. The actors would be entering and exiting from the wings, and also sometimes from the audience as well. When you first enter the theater, the letters Chicago are the only things that you see on stage. However, the letters get taken later on by the actors when the play begins. There's also a red curtain that the actors use to portray them entering or exiting a specific place. The music before the show was instrumental version of all the songs that were to be played in the show, and therefore set the mood for what the show will sound like. And the band was placed right in front of the audience, but not on stage. Speaking about the music and the band, the songs during the show were phenomenal, and the actors did an amazing job singing the high notes as well as singing in general, since they would be singing about their emotions. Here is a complete list of all the songs that were sung, and the ones that are starred are my personal favorites. Many songs had very hard notes to hit, and the cast did a really good job at replicating the original songs as well as they could. The microphones were in fact a little bit sloppy, as the actors' breathing could be sometimes heard. However, that was not an actor's issue, that was a technical issue. The dancing was impeccable as well, since the particular show was very dance heavy, and all the actresses and actors that had to dance did a really good job, as the audience can see how much work was put into the dances. The dancing was my favorite part of the show in particular, since it really tied in the emotions of all the actors, and it really presents the era in which the play took place, which was the 1920s. The costumes, including their clothes, makeup, and wigs, were very on point with the theme and fit the actors like a glove. The extras did have a few costume changes, however they all represented the characters that they were playing through the attire they wore, such as the two main characters wearing black short dresses, the husband of one of them wearing a vest, a shirt, and khakis, Mama Major Morton wearing a lawyer suit and smoking a cigarette, and also the one and only millionaire Billy Flynn wearing a very expensive suit. His costume was my absolute favorite, especially when he razzle-dazzled his attire. I also think that the director did a really good job at casting the characters that fit the role, and also managed to bring the play to life through his own vision of the play, seeing as he had to work with teenagers, even though the contents of the original play were much more intricate. The lighting was usually dim with the spotlight on the main actor on the stage, but I thought that it really fit the mood of the show. Speaking of spotlights, I would like to highlight one particular actor that really stood out to me, which can be seen to my left. The one and only Amos Hart, Roxy's husband, the one who sang Mr. Cellophane and really acted incredibly well throughout the show, too. He had a white flower poured on him during the performance, and also pulled out a red nose from his coat during the song, which I thought was really funny. During his specific performance, the spotlight would avoid him because no one really noticed him throughout the play, so he portrayed that during his song. Engaging with the audience is one of the most beautiful things during a performance, and really important, I would say, since there would, as we have learned, be no play without the audience, since it would just be a rehearsal. At one point, Roxy's husband asked if he could have his exit music, and the lead band instructor pointed "No!" so that everyone in the audience can see. Two random people were also chosen from the crowd to give flowers to the actors for their last song, although on the last night of the show, the mothers of the two main characters were chosen to give flowers, which made the actors really emotional. During Roxy's performance of singing Roxy, one of the actors came and threw these pieces of paper, which can be seen right here, on the floor and throughout the audience as well. Roxy's husband was also running throughout the audience while she was singing My Sweet Little Baby and saying that he is the father, which I thought was really funny. The actress who sang When You're Good to Mama also came and stood on a chair in the middle of the audience and hit the highest of notes, which I thought was really amazing because she had amazing stage presence. And then Velma and her clique stood on the side next to the audience during the trial, as if they too were part of the audience watching the trial, which I thought was a really nice touch. Chicago presents a panoramic view of not just an era but of humanity itself, with its central themes of celebrity, scandal, and the public's fascination with both, which can be seen throughout the main characters Velma and Roxy. It explores these themes with biting satire and sharp wit, dropping memorable lines that encapsulate the era's spirit yet still resonate today. The play itself begins with the 7 letters of Chicago, and each of them represents 7 themes such as desperation, murder, aspiration, betrayal, and so forth. In conclusion, I think that the actors did a really amazing job, and I am glad that I went to see the performance twice.